Hey guys, on this video, I'm going to break down what it means when Doug Ford says in Bill 60 he wants to end rent control and end indefinite leases. Pay attention here, okay? There's a difference between rent control and indefinite leases. They're two different things, and tenants don't want a part of any of them. Let's just start off now with indefinite leases. You first have to understand that in Ontario, leases never end, okay? After you sign a 1-year contract as a landlord with the tenant, at the end of that 1-year contract, that tenant still has rights, okay? The landlord is not allowed to do things. For example, tenants are always allowed to stay in a unit unless, number one, the landlord sells the unit. Number two, the landlord wants to move into the unit themselves. Or number three, the landlord wants to have a direct family member move into the unit. And a direct family member is a brother, a sister, a father, a mother, a grandparent. That's it. So cousins and aunts and besties, it doesn't count. So what that basically means is that unless a landlord is doing any of those items, they can't get their property back. Okay, because what Ontario does, it protects a tenant from a landlord saying, hey, I don't like you, I want to move my best friend in, this person in, and now a family's uprooted. So we have indefinite leases that just don't expire. A landlord's not even allowed to go and put it onto Airbnb, okay? Because you're not allowed to evict a tenant unless these things happen. So that's why Doug is trying to put an end to indefinite leases. It allows a landlord just to be able to do whatever he wants to do with his property at the end of the tenancy, which is going to mean a lot of tenants are going to be evicted just to see another family move in, paying the same amount of money or more. Now, when it comes down to rent control, that's a big one. We have rent control, okay? A landlord's only allowed to increase their rent by like 2% or 2.5%, whatever they tell landlords they can do that year, because it's controlled. A landlord is not allowed to legally go and jack up someone's rent from $2,000 this year to $4,000 the other year, unless it's a brand new property built after 2018. That's a different thing. But for a high majority of properties, there's still this rent control threshold. So if Doug puts an end to that with Bill 60, every single tenant in Ontario is now going to be at the mercy of the landlord, because the landlord says, I want to charge whatever I want to charge. Then the tenant has to pay it, or they have to vacate. So when tenants are having an uproar about the ending of rent control, that's why they don't want to wake up, at the end of the year and have to pay like $3,000 more a month. So understand this, if Bill 60 was passed in its full capacity, because you have to remember, they redacted the ending of rent control and indefinite leases. They passed the other parts of Bill 60, they took out that part. So if that part was actually passed, as a landlord, I would be able to go to my tenant and say, listen, you annoy me, don't really like you, your contract is over, get out, or you can pay me $2,000 more per month because you're annoying. But if you don't want to pay me $2,000 more a month, then you have to leave. I can get somebody in paying me $1,000 more a month. So now you're on the streets or finding another location to live when a new tenant is paying the equal amount or even less than you were paying or slightly more. And now that's the situation, because as a landlord, I have full autonomy to do whatever I want. So that's why all the tenants were like saying, no, Doug, you can't do this. So I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, leave a comment, DM me, and please support my channel and follow. Later, guys.